Alright, welcome to the fourth round of the Nationwide Series here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We are starting on the outside of row 1 to David Reagan. Beat us out by about a tenth, I believe it was. So, we got Jeff Burton and Greg Biffle right behind us, then Carl Edwards, Clint Boyer, Kevin Harvick, Dale Jr., Brian Vickers, Casey Kane, basically a Sprint Cup Series top 10. Where David Reagan outshines us all. Whoa, did not expect him to be that slow coming through that exit there. But I wanted to get to the bottom. Because we know that they're going to go under us. Just like that after turn 1. Because we are loose as a goose. So 65 laps. The fuel window says about 66, but the more I thought about it, actually, as I was getting ready to hit the record button here on the pace lap, it's probably going to come down to tires, because I don't know if anybody's going to be able to stretch their tires 65 laps. So we're on single time wear, so I'm kind of like just trying to play in my mind what the tire wear has been like in the Cup Series. And I know sometimes we have been able to stretch it, but we have to go slow to get to that point. So we'll see. Gonna just ride up a groove because the difficulty is a little bit easier than we've had in the Cup Series. We can kind of be a little bit more conservative and ride in the groove that we want to ride to try to save some tire wear. Like I said, I think it was California, maybe? Might have been California, in the Nationwide race actually, that we do not have. I like running the outer groove. I've always found that my tire wear is better up there. I've heard it go both ways, but sometimes people say like the tire wear is worse up top, some say it's better, but for me personally, with my driving style, running a higher lane, I do find that I get better tire wear. So yeah. At Rockingham, actually, Busch Series. Yeah, it was the Busch Series. It was the 01 season. Obviously that's not on the channel, but maybe one of these days we'll go back to record some of those races from the replays, because I have all the replays and from that season, so maybe we can do some flashbacks. But not really trying to take it too easy right now, and we really are actually losing ground on Burton and Reagan. So let's take it to the bottom, see if we can burn up a little tire, catch them a little bit. They're side by side, so that's going to help. But back to the original point of the Rockingham race. I remember we made it through a full tank of fuel, and our tire wear was just turning yellow, and we were gaining on cars like hardcore. So saving tires isn't something that's overly challenging for us. We're generally pretty good about that. Early entry, or backing off early on entry, and just not being overly aggressive on the accelerator coming off. Listen for the tire squeal, all that jazz. These two could be a challenge though, because I'm watching the tire wear. When I ride in the bottom, it definitely looks like it is wearing it a little bit more, because I am running a little bit harder on the bottom. Whereas if I run on the top, or in the middle, excuse me, because we're not really running the top, it's not as noticeable. It's really noticeable in the rear tires. On the bottom, it looks like it's wearing them out faster, so that's something we want to keep in mind. If we're going to run the bottom, maybe we just ease on the accelerator a little bit more instead of just matting it down. That will probably keep our rear tires under us for a little longer. Up here, And this groove, I'm noticing the right front, the left front's not really wearing at all up there. The right front does wear a little bit more, but it's not as bad as the rears. I don't know if that's driver or if that's just the setup on why the tires are wearing like that, but yeah, it works. So we're probably gonna end up just pushing Reagan back ahead of Jeff Burton. But I don't know if we'd actually be able to pass either one. The three of us have broken away from the pack. They're 2.5 seconds back. It's Brian Vickers in 4th. Carl Edwards is in 5th. And then Junebug, Kevin Harvick, Casey Kane, Biff, Kenseth round out the top 10. Go to the outside of Burton. It's only second. And it's not like it's the leader's really going to pull away if we can't get around him. But we got a good run. Ooh, I just noticed. If you pay attention, you'll notice we did get a warning indicator light. The water temperature's up. So we might have to adjust on that come pit stop.
Go get him, buddy. Go get him. You're at him down. Stay high.
Burton's hanging in. Give him credit.
Stay high. Here. Still there.
Still have not passed him or cleared him.
Still there.
Problem is Reagan's running low and high, and so neither one of us is getting a real good. Ooh, wow! Something just felt like it popped or broke. Car just like beeline straight to the wall there. That caught me off guard. Did not expect that. .7 back to Vickers from us, 3.2 from the leader. Yeah, we're a half second back. Just noticed we're kind of slowly creeping up a little higher in the turns there, or at least in 3 and 4 anyway. Gonna hold it right at the top of this groove here where it's all dark there, but turns 3 and 4, I think we were a little higher, at least on the last one. So yeah, we're definitely higher up in 3 and 4 than we are in 1 and 2, but we're getting decent runs down the straightaway. Obviously, I'm sure the draft is helping there. So let's see, we got 49 to go. We can go about 52 laps on fuel, it says. So odds are the AI will be pretty good about their tire wear, I feel like. And I have a feeling they won't be pitting. But my only concern could be is that we got to go another 48 laps with the oil, or excuse me, the water temp getting higher and higher and higher. Pushed up a little bit in 1 and 2, but we're okay. We are definitely pushing the car a little bit harder right now. I'm aware of that. Whereas we hold the water temp pegged. Well, not pegged, but elevated. With the warning indicator light staying on the majority of this whole lap. Trying to get around Jeff Burton.
Clear all around, all clear.
But not happening there. Let's just back it up for a second and remount a charge. we can afford, I think, to
29.
use a little extra tire wear here on the bottom for a lap or two, maybe, to get a run off the corner and see if we can get under him. Because I don't think he'll be able to beat us if he's on the outside, whereas
Outside.
we were able to hang with him a lot better.
Still there. Here. Here. Stay low. Clear.
And slide job right up in front of Jeff. He's trying to poke back there. Yeah, he won't let him have room if he wants it.
You'll get him. You're at him down. Keep racing. You're way better than these guys.
Run the bottom through here, and then I think we'll take it back upstairs through 3 and 4. Should be good. Because, well, he's got to run on us anyway.
Still there. Clear
But
all
he
around.
won't clear us, so we're good.
29. 472.
I think we've won, what, the last 2? Yeah, we won California. We won at Vegas. I think the last time we won 3 in a row in a nationwide race was the opening of the 2001 season, because it was going to be a part-time season. I had no intentions originally of going full-time nationwide racing in 2001. I was just going to do a couple and then put my focus all back onto Cup. But during the 2001 season, we started off with Daytona, Rockingham, Vegas, and Atlanta. I think it was Atlanta was on that list. We won the first 4 races. So I was like, well, yeah, how do you turn that down? I think that was the last time we won 3 in a row. Did we win Atlanta? We might have not, actually, now that I think about it. It might have ended at a 3-race win streak. But we are in position to match that here today at Atlanta. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, car does not feel bad up there. It feels pretty good, actually.
29. 532.
A little tight there. Had to let off the throttle for just a half a second. Not really too worried about Reagan, only because I see that those lap cars coming. I have a feeling we'll be able to use them in a way to benefit us, so we don't have to really race them too hard on the bottom and risk sliding up or any of that kind of jazz. How far back are the others? 5.8 to Vickers. Dang. I think I said Kurt Busch earlier. I meant Kyle. Kyle is in the 20 car this week at Atlanta. Oof. Got a little bit sidetracked there coming off the turn. Thankfully, we didn't spin it. I saw I had my phone lit up, so I saw I had a text from my mother, actually. So we're coming up to, who is this up ahead? We got Mike Wallace, Jason Leffler, and David Stremme. I have a feeling we got a good shot. Oh. Not gonna push 3 wide, there's no reason.
Inside. Still there.
We're in plenty of good position right now to win this race, so I'm not gonna push the 3 wide. Oh, I could have done it right there, should have done it. But no, just no reason to push it right now.
Clear all around, all clear.
Because had we wrecked, I just would have been pissed off. And there's no reason to be putting myself in a spot where we're going to get pissed off when we could avoid it altogether, right? Alright. I know we'll get Reagan. Well, can't say I know, but I've got a pretty good feeling.
inside. 29, 6, 8,
Plus,
7.
this little bit of extra checking up that we can do
Clear all around, all clear.
can help us save on some tires. Think of it as we're getting a discount on our tire wear. Discount tires. Why am I thinking of that? Oh yeah, because I'm following the discount tire car. I warned y'all at Daytona.
Still there.
I got bad jokes and I'm not afraid to use them.
Still
Also
there.
not afraid to lead the line.
29, 8, 7.
5 bonus points please and thank you, Mr. Reagan.
Keep racing. You're way better than these guys. Stay high. Clear, clear. Inside, inside.
Whoa, stay out of the wall please and thank you, Mr. Boucher. Yikes. Tire wear is a little bit lower than it was last time we ran it that hard, I think, up there.
Inside, inside.
And that's probably why we couldn't keep it down.
Still there. Clear all around, all clear. Inside.
Tires are starting to wear. I can't
Still there.
keep the pedal down like we were earlier. That could become a little bit disheartening because
Clear all around, all clear.
he doesn't seem to be bothered by it. He is in David Reagan, I mean.
29, 9, 7, 9.
We're going to the bottom
Outside.
and hope we don't push up.
Still out there.
We're pushing up.
Hard.
Keep it down, keep it down. There we go. Dang it.
Here. Still there.
We gotta clear him. There we go.
Clear all around, all clear.
By the time I catch these lap cars, I was gonna say, so we don't get held up.
Outside. 29, 6, 4, 2. Clear all around, all clear. No pressure out back. We'll keep you posted.
Alright, so we got the lead. 32 to go. Definitely, ooh, man, we are wicked tight.
Halfway this time.
But we made it halfway.
29,
Tires are not
outside.
looking like they're going to be too bad by the end of this race, so we should be alright in that area as well as fuel. Definitely, I was going to say, not the same kind of race we had at Atlanta with the trucks. You couldn't pay the leader to pull away from the pack. So it's definitely a different story here.
29, 9, 1.
But we're in first, so it's a good story. Oh man, the car drove beautifully through there on that line. I felt really good.
873.
One and two, different story. It's not nearly as tight, or it's a lot more tight in 1 and 2, I should say, than 3 and 4. But she keeps on ticking. Did we pull away that lap or no?
1, 5,
And I think gained a little bit. So we got to try to keep the car down, I think, about a lane. But the thing is tight now. Oh boy. Yeah, we can't enter as high as we are and be able to swing the car down like we were.
31, 6.
So, trying to see if we can gently slide this thing right back down to the bottom, but if I had jerked that wheel to go that low from my entry point there, probably wouldn't have ended very good. Truthfully, I think the angle where we're at I don't think he's going to be able to make a real good charge to pass us. I think we have enough momentum, and we chop off his momentum because he can't get, you know, all the way up. He has to check up so he doesn't run into us. So I think we're okay. We do have, I think, did we ever win here in a nationwide car? I honestly can't remember doing so. We might have, or at least we came close. I remember there was a really tight fuel mileage race between us, Kenseth, and Junior. Back in the '99 season, I think it was. I think Kenseth won that one on fuel. Yeah, she's getting sun tight. But I think they are side by side behind me, it looks like, so that's a good thing. It'll make it harder for them to pass us. Yeah, I can't keep the accelerator down from almost the center off anymore. Can we go 4 races, excluding, not including the Cup Series, 4 straight races without a caution? And with the exception of California, the only cautions that really came out in the Sprint Cup since California, because the nationwide race was completely green flag at, wow, wait a minute. I gotta look back at the race summary, and I'll correct it if I'm wrong when we go to Bristol, but I do not believe we've had a caution this entire nationwide season. No, we had cautions at California, actually. Jason, or no, was it Jason Leffler? Forget who was in the 38 at California. He got turned.
Outside.
Probably thinking of Jason Leffler because we just passed Jason Leffler. Or, oh no, wait, that's Jason Keller. Sorry. Keller. Who's in the 38? Yeah. Pretty sure the 38's in this race. Yeah, Jason Leffler. Okay. Not really looking too hard at my approach there as we were coming up to Eric McClure. I was looking at the standings trying to find the 38 car. So that kind of boned us a little bit there.
Clear, clear. Okay, that'll give us 20 to go.
At least this is not a runaway race like it was in the trucks. Don't really know why I tried to get that one all the way to the bottom there by letting off a little extra. That's just kind of testing that bottom. How far ahead are we? 0.8. So, yeah, judging by the real-time interval scoring, McClure probably held up Reagan a little bit there as we head into the home stretch of this race. This time by will be 18 to go. We'll be on lap 48 already. It's definitely tight. Unlike with the points we'll probably be after this race if we win our 3rd in a row. Is Carl even in the top 10? Yeah, he's 6th. So we won't pull too many points ahead of him, but we definitely will gain some. Now that we're going to actually have a race weekend where, well, nah, you'll see Martinsville before this. So, as I say, you'll see all the series at Atlanta, but yeah, you already probably saw the Martinsville race by this point, because that one went up on the 8th. This one should be going up on the 10th. Man, it is tweaked. Yeah, front tire, right front tire just went to yellow. The rears are still green, but for how long? Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to wear out fast enough where it's going to kill us at the end of this race. So, as long as everything goes according to plan here, we should be sitting on win number 3 of the season in the first 4 races, our 3rd win in a row. I feel like I don't have a whole lot to talk about. Wow. Sorry. Something got in my eye. I tried to get it out and my finger got stuck behind my glasses and headphones. And that almost spun me out. And I don't really know how we didn't spin out. Well, that just made it interesting, but I don't really think they're going to get around us. I feel pretty confident with that. But as I was saying, yeah, I feel like there's not a whole lot of content I'm talking about too much tonight. Don't know why my brain's kind of just drawing a blank on some stuff. Just a lot going on, but nothing that's can't be, you know, fixed or whatever you want to call it. Worked out, figured out. Life is crazy. I use NASCAR to help cope with it. It's therapy. It feels good to be able to just kind of zone out, do some racing, and in this case, zone out, wait till David Reagan catches up to you with 10 laps to go, and then try to fight like hell to save your spot. It's really coming up quick. We really can't keep the car too low without having to slow up too much. Right rear tire's now yellow. I think we'll be okay. 10 to go.
10 laps here, about 10 laps.
I just told him that. Copycat. Yeah, I know, that was probably corny. Oh, well. Who we got up ahead of us here? Who's going a lap down? Leffler's going a second. Mike Wallace is going a second. David Stremmy's going a second. And then Kelly Byers is ahead of them. But he's like 5 seconds up the road, so I really don't expect to catch up to him in these next 9 laps. However, David Reagan is making this interesting. He's staying within 3/10. Jeff Burton's falling off of the 2 of us. He's 1.5 back. And then it's 12.5 back to 4th. Of course they're going to double up. Yeah, we did that. Barely clipped the grass. But I knew I had time to get it situated before we go into turn 1. So I wasn't going to sit behind this too.
Inside.
Is Stremme pitting?
Clear, clear.
Or is he just that slow? He's that slow. Wow. I'd say yikes, but that doesn't begin to describe how slow David Stremme was going there. And we are out to a 1.2 second lead now over Reagan with 7 to go. Once he clears them, he won't have any draft and help either. So it's just going to kind of come down to all car. And who's got the better handle in one. No draft. Holy smokes. Reagan fell back to 3rd. He's 3.9 or 3.09. Is he? Yeah, he didn't pit. He just dropped back so far. I thought they got stuck behind the lap cars. It looks like he dropped so far back. I was like, did he pit? 5 to go.
5 laps left. 30, 7, 5, 5.
Those of you who have been following the Cup Series as well know that it's nice to enjoy moments like this. Because the Cup Series, we don't know where we're starting in that race yet. I haven't qualified. Man, we are super tight that time. I could not get it to get down even to the middle groove. Yeah, because we haven't finished this race, so obviously I don't have qualifying results saved or anything like that for the Cup Series, so no clue where we are starting there, but I'll tell you this, it's probably worse than 35th, because we can't seem to qualify for crap this season outside of super speedways. And that race is going to be interesting because we pit almost every 30 to 33 laps since we're on 2 times wear. 98 lap race. Looking forward to it. For as little as success as we've had at Atlanta in the Sprint Cup Series, we've had some decent runs in the Nationwide, and I think we ran here in the trucks once. Or twice. I can't remember. I know it wasn't before. No, I don't think so, because... Excuse me. I wouldn't have picked this as one of my part-time rides to race at Atlanta, and we never ran at the old configuration, which would have changed in '97. So yeah, we never ran trucks here. Those two hooked up their draft, and they are catching us. They're 2.42 to Burton, but we are catching the white flag this time by. So I really don't think they're going to make up that much time.
You got him, buddy. Come on.
Final time around Atlanta in the Nationwide for the spring race. Wow. Wow. Okay. There's still 1.7, so we're okay. Thing was tight. It does not want to turn. We're okay though. We're okay. We're not going to lose it. We're not going to lose it. Oh wow, that right front is almost gone. No wonder. So we pick up the win. Reagan manages to get around Jeff Burton to get 2nd. Casey Kane, Brian Vickers round out the top 5. Carl Edwards, Greg Biffle, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Clint Boyer, and Kyle Busch round out the top 10. Did I say Kevin Harvick rounded out the top 10? No, because he finished 12th. He got passed, looks like, at the end there. Guess I announced that a little too early. The stand-ins on the screen will reflect the correct results, I promise. So that'll do it for Atlanta. We will see you at Bristol.